Everyone, and thank you for joining me. Our story today is a folk tale. A tale is something fictional that does not happen in reality. But also, many of the tales have some kind of reality in the old past. So it's difficult to tell, is it really fiction or did it happen at some point in life? Who knows? But what we know is we do have a story, and it is called The Wild Beast. It is written by Eric Walters, illustrations by Sue Todd. And when I say written, I mean it is retold. Okay? Retold means someone else has written the story. We don't know who, because people have been saying it. Storytellers have been telling it for many generations and decades, etc. All right, so let's begin. The Wild Beast. First, there was darkness. The Creator made fire, and there was light, and it was good. But it was empty. She threw the fire into the sky. The embers became the stars, and the biggest piece of fire became the sun. The Creator rounded mud and made it bigger and bigger until it became the world. It was good, but it was still and empty. She added golds and greens for the grasses and the trees, and blues for the water and sky. It was no longer empty, but it was still. She made scales and created the fish and placed them in the waters. She made feathers and formed the birds and placed them in the sky. She made fur and built the beasts and placed them on the ground. And to each that she created, she said this: Take what you need to live. Take no more. Waste nothing. Yet the sky was so big, the lands so large, the seas so vast, that more was needed to make it full. She had to create many more fish and birds and beasts. Sometimes she put birds on the land, and the ostrich and emu were made. Sometimes she put animals in the water, and the whale and seal and hippo were made. And again, each time she said to them, Take what you need to live. Take no more. Waste nothing. Finally, the sky and sea and land were filled. She had created so much. It was time to rest. But looking around, she saw that she had not used all the parts she had made. She still had stripes meant for zebras and bumps meant for camels. There were horns for buffaloes and tails for giraffes and legs of different lengths meant for other animals. And she remembered what she had told all the creatures. Take what you need to live. Take no more. Waste nothing. She could not waste these parts. So she took all the pieces, stripes and bumps, horns and beards, tails and legs of different lengths, and made her final animal, the last thing to be created. It was her wild beast. The wild beast because it was the last, it was her favorite. So she made more and more of them, and at last the world was complete. The end. Eric Walters and his family started coming to our community to work with our church caring for orphaned and destitute children over 10 years ago. And this is Africa Inland Church in Mbuni. So this is in Africa. Every culture has its own folktale and story. Eric is a valued member of the community and an elder. When we say someone is an elder, that's a big sign of respect. In Mbuni, Kenya, we are so pleased he continues to respectfully share our stories with the world. So the story we just read is actually a Kenyan story. Let's see what the author has to say. For the past 12 years, I have spent a part of each year in Kenya helping to operate a children's program, Creation of Hope, that I co founded and co run. We often bring guests with us when we travel to Kenya to help in the program, visit, learn, and be inspired by the strength and beauty of the country and the people. Our guests also have the opportunity to take part in a safari. We most often have the good fortune to be driven and guided by Ben, who over the years has become a good friend. We talk about politics and life and tell each other stories. On one of the trips, as we passed through a herd of migrating wild beasts, Ben said, "They are such strange looking animals. Legend has it that they were made by the Creator from all the body parts that were left over." That one sentence got my creative juices flowing. As I explored what Ben had told me, I discovered that in different parts of Eastern and Central Africa, people have variations on this story about the wild beast. It is a creation story, and these stories have been told through the generations since the dawn of human existence. Creation stories are part of every culture and religion. As a child, I was fascinated by Greek and Roman mythology, as well as stories told by the indigenous people of North America. This is my attempt to honor the essence of what makes all these stories so much a part of who we are: curious, questioning, and amazed beings. Standing in the dark, looking up at the night sky and wondering, where did this all come from? Where did I come from? Eric Walters. Thank you for listening, everybody.